call yourself a man if you can't keep your composure, nigga?
What up?
Straight up.
Yep.
Little game for you.
Back at it again.
I'm sorry, I thought it was the dip.
Back on my shit.
What up, what up, what up? I go by the name of Ski. 1/3 of the 3 wings, salt, pepper, and hot sauce, a Lucy, and a bag of chips. Hey, man, I was on my beans this week. I was on my beans this week. We had talked about the what we were talking about, the Hot 97 joint yesterday.
Yeah, you really.
So I went in my bag for that. Public
I missed
Enemy.
that.
Yeah, the other 2 wings is the brothers to the left and the right of me. To the right of me, I got my man Sport. Hey, man.
Yeah.
Yo, Sport.
Yeah, it's your boy.
It's the boy, Mr. Workbay, Mr. Dangerous.
Famous in many leagues.
And to the left of me, I got the boy, Juanito Hugh Hefner. 40-year-old phenom.
40-year-old.
40-year-old,
Everything.
30-year-old kids.
How y'all fucking?
Yeah. Started early.
Yeah.
Popping them out at 10.
I did 10.
I was busy. I was active.
I ain't even had my first beer at 10.
I was watching porn man, let's go. Let's start the
Shoot, we was watching the fuzzy channel 88 with the fuzzy screen.
Got
You just hit the
Robert,
fucking drink.
Robert Orney in here, man.
Jeff
You
Horny
look hard like I
Jeff
swear I
Horny
see that
sex.
city.
We ain't gonna leak the chat, but Jeff Horny.
Hey,
sex.
man.
Jeff Horny
listen.
sex. Jeff Horny sex is,
Some shit you just want to
one of
try
our favorite
one time.
basketball players.
Jeff Horny.
I definitely made that my Twitter
Yeah, I seen
profile.
that
Jersey,
Yeah,
I
bet.
seen. Jeff Horny sex.
That was
Definitely
funny.
gonna get that jersey though.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can get it made.
And not so
Yeah,
breaking
for sure.
news. Tevin Campbell.
Who ain't know that? No, let's be honest.
I mean,
Like at work, people were saying that shit like, "Oh my God, Tevin Campbell gay." I'm like, y'all ain't know that? You thought he was gay?
I knew he was.
everybody knew he was gay.
Listen, my mom told me a long time ago.
That's folks though. I don't care. I'm still singing "Can We Talk" at the club. People talk about they not gonna sing that no more.
Listen, my mom told me a long time ago, any dude with a long ass neck is gay.
Damn, I need the explanation.
Hold
on
on,
that.
hold on.
I don't know the explanation, bro. That's what she told me.
I
Look at
always
that
knew
nigga neck.
People used to say that though about the
Adam.
Adam's apple if it stick out a whole lot.
Look at Tevin Campbell neck.
That's like a 90s thing or 80s thing.
Wait, so wait, if the Adams apple stick out a whole lot, what?
something,
means-
something was down there.
I don't know, but
Something was
mind
down
you,
there.
listen, tune in, comment. I know you.
No,
you
but I
remember saying
definitely heard
shit,
that. I
though.
definitely heard that. Folks still
About
say
the
about
Adam apple.
the Adam's apple and the neck thing.
That's the first time I heard.
What
it.
Martin used to always say. Check the neck.
You talk about women though.
Oh yeah. That is true. That is true. That is true.
No, because they said the bitch was the locked in Russia. Brittany Garner got an
Garner.
Adam's apple.
She's a woman.
but she got an Adam's apple.
Yeah, that's the point.
probably
But he was
They ain't
saying,
supposed to, right?
yeah,
They
they're
ain't
not supposed to. Yeah.
But I was using the analogy wrong, I guess. Yeah.
Oh, all
He
right.
was like checking for women, but
I thought he was saying the method.
I did.
Hold on.
No, but guys though, like I hear that if they drawing all these out here, if it's sticking way out, that mean they on some shit.
That's the first time I heard that.
That shit got pushed out.
Ski, you don't know about this shit.
That's
bro.
the
This,
first
this
time I
black
heard it.
people shit. All right? You don't know nothing about this
Allegedly,
shit. all right?
I
All right?
mean,
Yeah, your peoples was the clan, man. You know,
Yeah, you don't know about this shit, bro.
hey, man.
we will never forget.
But yeah, who didn't? But listen, like I said, I'm still singing "Can We Talk" in the
Yeah,
club.
we
I don't
fuck-
care. And
that's
he
that
did
shit.
the Goofy soundtrack. That's a top 5 soundtrack, bro. I don't care what nobody said. Yeah,
He did.
yeah. He did all the songs on that. Yeah.
Listen, Can We Talk came back. That shit slapped. They
Did anybody
play
ever
in the
redo
club
it?
crazy.
Anybody redo that?
What, Can We Talk?
Yeah, you know they've been remaking all these songs.
They
No,
can't
they ain't
touch that.
remaking, but
They
they had
can't
like
touch that.
they had the challenge and shit that blew it
They
back
did
up.
have the challenge. Yeah. It was like the Usher. It was before the Usher challenge.
Yeah, the boy Tank started out there.
Yeah.
Speaking of
Speaking of
Adam's apple,
Y'all think Tank gay?
he is, what? Did you
He
remember?
gay? Oh, the ass shit. Yeah.
No, he was saying if something like if a boy ever sucked dick one time, it doesn't mean he gay.
yeah.
He said that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't,
He another one if he came out. I'm like, I'm not shocked.
He different for that.
yeah, that was. I know he liked to
He
get
was-
played in his booty.
Yeah,
or
he like
something,
heavy salad toss. He like his romaine thrown in the air.
You gotta be classic gay for me to listen to you. Like I still listen to Frank Ocean and
Frank
And I
Ocean
listen
not
to-
classic gay though.
no, he not
He
like
definitely
No,
revolutionary
Lil Nas
gay.
X is revolutionary gay.
So was
Frank Ocean showed up to the Met Gala in a Prada hoodie. Everybody else showed up in dresses.
But he was like,
I can't say Frank.
they said they was gonna stop
I
listening to
fuck
his
with
show.
Frank Ocean,
They said they was gonna stop listening to his song too.
What, Frank?
When he said what he said, I remember a new feel. Yeah.
Oh, he came out with a whole note, right? When he came out,
No.
professing his love for the guy.
We giving a lot of attention to the LGBTQ.
Ain't nothing wrong
Shout
with
out to
y'all.
y'all.
Man. Shout out to y'all.
You like it. I
That's
love
your
it.
preference.
That's my yeah.
But yeah, I'm
Shout
still
out
listening to Tevin Campbell.
For sure. Can we talk? That's my shit.
We could move on from that.
And I sing that shit loud as shit.
While we on music, just came
But
out.
was he? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Yo,
No,
say-
was he
say-
talking about? Was he talking about a guy?
He girl,
So
I
when
want
we
girl, I
can't
want
sing
to
it
know your
no
name.
more?
I'm just want to know.
He said, "Girl, I want to know your name."
Yeah.
Oh.
So
No, Tevin, you can't put boy in there. No.
it's 1991.
Yeah, it's 91. You trying to get killed?
That's the thing. Why you wait so long to come the fuck out?
Yeah, it's been like 20
The
years.
toe, like if
The
Prince
state
would-
relevant? Because Prince was.
If Prince would have came out and said he was like bisexual or something like that, I would be surprised.
Yeah, it's all right.
That's Prince though.
All right. Still listening to Purple Rain.
I'm shocked. Oh my gosh.
I think he did it to be relevant because he. I mean,
A lot of people got like
His-
somebody.
but they've been playing Can We Talk for a minute though.
yeah. Can we talk? But that I mean, he ain't got no new shit or nothing like that. Like, what
He
you
been
coming
ain't
out
had
saying
no
you
new
gay?
Yeah, he ain't had no new shit for 20 years.
My point is, 20 years later, now you gay. Like, what
it's-
you getting out of it?
No, it's not now.
I mean,
We
now
already
you coming
knew.
out. I'm talking about now you coming out now.
Nah,
Like, what you getting out of it?
What I'm telling you is like the social media thing, everything's prevalent. You probably wouldn't even be able to find him or know what he was doing 10, 20 years ago. Now it was like, hey, we could put you in front of a mic and we can cast you to the world.
True.
Yeah,
10,
yeah, yeah.
20 back in the 90s, you
It
wouldn't
wasn't
even
that-
find him.
wasn't that platform,
Or
yeah.
2001, somebody didn't have a platform to ask him. Like Hot 97 wasn't asking him to come up.
Right.
So it was like
Now it's like
it's-
it's like an oversaturation of interviews too. So it's like
Yeah.
you more prominent to say something.
But the platform don't matter. The guests matter. So,
Yeah.
like us in a mature state, like this the beginning of our podcast. But if we had a big guest, it would travel all around the world. Not because of our status, but his status.
of his,
yeah,
yeah.
so
I
that's
see
what
what
it
you're
is. So long as he get in front of the camera and say something crazy, it's going to travel.
right.
Back then, it wasn't happening.
We're living in a viral world.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, like I said, while we on music, it just came out. Jermaine Dupri versus Diddy.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's good. I've been waiting for that
In Atlanta,
in Atlanta. Yeah, in Atlanta.
that was the heavy emphasis
He had
to
to
make
do
it
it
a
in
fair
Atlanta.
fight. That's like when they say
to make it a fair fight.
That's like when they say like, McGregor versus Mayweather, but it's gonna be in a boxing ring. We gotta say that to let you know who to pick.
I'm ready for it because the last couple verses, I wasn't checking for them. Jones.
Well,
I can't remember the last one I checked
I'm a-
for
yeah,
Dipset and Locks.
I just recently watched that too, like last week
my
on
shit.
some
I watched it
random
like
shit.
100 times.
Kids went crazy on that.
Well,
Killed
it was one I feel like that was like pretty a good one. But
no, you know I did watch the B2K one or the Amorion one. Just to
Oh, yeah, that was the
but I
last
watched
one.
it after the fact. I didn't watch it live. I watched it after the fact.
Everybody was talking about
that
it.
went viral. But
Yeah,
other than
viral,
that one,
yeah.
it was another one I felt like it was an old school joint that people was watching.
Not the Isleys.
It was somebody. Correct me, but I knew somebody tuned in for either like a not married.
You know,
Jay,
I
or
did
was-
watch-
Was it two females or something like that did one?
Mm-hmm.
And they was like, "Oh, I couldn't wait for this." Was it Brain? No, that was Pandemic Brain.
It was damn.
It was two females, wasn't it?
Nah, I don't remember.
Somebody
I
let
I
us.
ain't checked
If
for
y'all
them.
know, it was another one that like kind of was like big. That girls was like really
Falling
tuned in
off.
for.
They had fucking.
Post pandemic though, once people can go to a concert now, so they don't
Yeah,
have to
so
watch
they don't have
one.
to watch
Yeah,
it.
yeah. So that's kind of the
But
thing.
it's still like nostalgic though, like to hear.
Yeah,
like
but I
some
feel like
of
But,
the
they-
shit.
but,
ran out
but
of
to see
nostalgic
people
stuff.
in that setting is nowhere like that.
But they
They just ran out of people.
They ran out of people.
Yeah.
Now I think they're in the funny space of like you got all the people that would do it. Now you trying to convince people that's too big for the platform to
do
step
it.
down.
Yeah.
So like the Diddy and Jermaine Dupri thing is something like, oh, y'all got them to commit because people of that stature don't have to do it.
Right.
Right.
And they got all the like reruns and people who was out the way.
Yeah.
Shit, that shit gonna be.
I did
crazy.
watch the
Hits
Ja
after
Rule and
hits.
the Fat Joe one though. I did watch that.
Yeah, but I ain't like it.
I didn't like it either, but I did watch it.
I don't think it was a fair contest because Ja
Ja
Rule
Ja
really got
crushed
hit.
him.
Yeah,
He got hits,
Ja
yeah.
Rule really got hit.
Yeah, sometimes people when they look at it face value, they look at the personality rather than the
The
body of work.
personality, yeah, they level up like in star status, but
Yeah.
not like catalog.
Right.
So
I was sitting there thinking like, what Fat Joe was gonna do. Like I was like, as far as like how the verses is set up, like what was he?
what's love
That's it.
That's it. He had to say
That's all I
everything
thought.
for the
and
end.
lean back.
Lean back.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
New York.
But he don't even have
But
that's a
they
Ja
already
Rule
did
song.
that though. I mean,
They did it
when
together.
when Kiss did it, it already was like, all right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And
So, I
then
don't
it's
know.
like a lot of people able can pull like features or songs they wrote, and it's like, oh, I wrote this, but I wasn't on it, and
Yeah.
he didn't have none of that stuff.
He ain't had none of that.
Yeah, so
The punch shit.
I used to like Terror Squad back in the day. Though. I ain't gonna lie. They had a nice little run.
I like
It's-
Fat
it's-
Joe
But that's
back
like
in the day.
personal preference. It wasn't hits.
no, but I think
Exactly.
it's funny how people like they make a living rapping, and then they get to a point where I don't know if it's the money or success, but it's just like, yo, they can't rap no more. Like French Montana coming up, I thought like on the World Star era,
Yeah.
I thought French Montana could really rap. Now he's like a feature,
Yeah, all that-
feature.
all
Even
the-
the game's like a feature hog too.
Yeah, all the Coke Boy shit. I used to rock
Yeah.
all that Coke Boy shit, especially the shit with Max B.
Yeah.
I
all
used to
that
think about that too, like on R&B tip, like how Babyface was the go-to dude back in the day. Like, why you can't make no more hits no more? Like, what happened?
I don't think he wants to anymore.
You don't think so?
It's the type of singer that's out here too. R&B starting to kind of make a little bit of a come out. Matter of fact, I was just watching the joint with
I didn't like
Suzanne-
that. I didn't like that. The
well, I was no, not that. I was watching that too.
I'm
But
talking about the Diddy thing.
the Diddy, yeah.
I think
he
that's
said R&B is dead.
That's a rollout. Though.
Yeah.
He using like saying R&B is dead as an album rollout to
Yeah.
like
Like they
and-
did.
Yeah,
Like
Or the
Nas
verses
did, hip hop
rollout.
is dead.
yeah, I didn't like that either. Like you can't start trying to kill a genre or say you only exist just to boost up. I think that's like detrimental to like stuff like that. Like
I was
Nas
wa-
saying that, and it's like, oh, I'm the last person to do hip hop or something like that. Yeah, I'm here to save
Hip hop
it.
is dead.
Yeah. Like I don't like.
And
that
then you
shit.
drop a hip hop album.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Nas can't do nothing wrong in my eyes, man.
No, it wasn't bad, but I think like Diddy, like first of all, Diddy, you're not an R&B artist, and to come out and shit on R&B artists that currently out here because you trying to roll out an album that you gonna have a bunch of R&B artists
features,
on.
yeah.
Yeah, like you definitely went
You
to
just-
Bryson Tiller to go get a hit.
And then do nothing until like the last minute of the
Yeah.
song.
That was an old Bryson Tiller.
Yeah,
and that was a
it was
SoundCloud song.
SoundCloud,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. We could talk about
That's
music all day though.
Cheat
Yeah.
code, Diddy.
Yeah. We can talk about like they used to do that shit with Drake, like all like that Jamie Foxx Always Fall for Your Type. Like that's an old Drake song and stuff like
Oh,
that.
was
So
it?
yeah, that was
Yeah,
a way
yeah,
old
yeah.
Drake song. It was like the sample or whatever.
I ain't know that.
But let's get to the like the I'm about to say meat and potatoes. That's some pause.
I have to say that.
Yo, but you know how the Teddy Pendergrass? You ever hear the story about that?
What?
With him, how he like
he got
his
paralyzed.
accident and all
The
that.
training?
That was in like the 80s or something like that.
Yeah, he was in a car with a train.
Yeah. But it's like public record now though. Like I thought it was like a rumor or nothing.
No, Shorty
No,
did
my
like an
fault.
interview and everything.
She did it.
Back in the day. I mean, that was before my time, but for some
they
reason,
had
I
on,
was
like,
reading
Fox
that
and
What
shit.
you mean? Like on the news? Like or
Because it wasn't
You
no
said that on the
podcast.
Breakfast Club?
So-
You said that was
It
on the
wasn't
Breakfast Club? Like, who-
No, they ain't had no Breakfast Club back then. I'm talking about it was like a newspaper article or something she was doing.
She was
Well, it
in the
might
Daily
have been,
News. She's in the Daily News with it.
bruh, yeah. It might have been recently. Like she like 50. I don't know. I just for some reason I was looking it up not too long ago and I seen that shit.
Yo,
was
that
doing
was
that
me. He was supposed to crawl out that car and get up out of
He
there.
couldn't move, man. He was paralyzed.
I been like, look, I give you another 150 if you carry me across the street. I'm cool. You not catching me on no shit.
Somebody come get me.
Yeah, I'd have
Come
called my
get me.
homie first. Like,
No, that's fucked up, man. He dead, then, right? He alive?
Teddy Pendergrass? No, he's dead.
yeah.
He's dead.
Rest in peace. Damn, they still. See, that's why I would have crawled across the street because years later, on a random podcast from Philly kids, they talk about this shit. Like, you supposed to get about that car, Teddy.
Was he driving though?
Yeah, he was driving. He was getting hit.
Oh, she's bopping him off.
She was about yeah.
He, she.
They gonna cancel us before we even start.
Listen, that's the truth. We can speak in facts.
Yeah, that's it.
It
You
ain't
can't
like
be
we
offended by like I didn't say nothing crazy. You
Yeah,
can't be
listen,
offended by me
fucking
being
offended
honest.
mad
Like,
about the truth getting bopped off by a
He
train.
definitely was. Yeah, he was getting bopped off by it. That's cool. Anyway, in other news, something is making its rounds on Instagram. And if you got a group chat, if you follow any Philly social media
celebrity.
page, yeah,
Philly celebrities.
Philly celebrity page.
Fake ass fellas.
What's her name?
Gen 1.
Gym One,
Was she the lead designer or the owner of
like a boutique or some shit.
what's the design or what's the clothing line
She ain't got
called?
no clothing line, does she?
I think she do.
I think she just.
Y'all know I don't be tapped in. Like I avoid.
I know
anything.
she got the boutique
Miyoki.
joint.
Miyoki.
Oh, okay.
I
That's her
avoid
kid's
anything
name.
social.
Miyoki boutique. Whatever. Anyway, she a social media celebrity in Philly.
Philly
Her 7-year-old daughter was getting Instagram messages from somebody. What's his name? Unstoppable 215 or something like that.
fucking creep.
Yeah.
Something unstoppable.
This was on. Go ahead. I'll let you give out the backstory. But this was kind of on, and I'm thinking she might have saw the same TikTok that's been going around it, like telling people like, "Yo, check your kids
social
like
media page.
followers, and see who's following them and all, like, and what type of pictures they like, and like."
Okay. His name's Kenneth Bonaparte, and the social media is at
Sounds like a
Unstoppable
bird.
Kid 215. Said he followed 7,000 social media pages of children.
Weird.
Basically, he was in the DMs of a 7-year-old girl, trying to FaceTime her, send her pictures of
Yeah, very
vulgar shit,
vulgar
yeah.
stuff, talking
Disgusting
about
shit.
sending you like insinuating, like sending you stuff that's going to get bigger, things of that nature, like you know.
First and foremost,
He said he
why-
wanted to get her pregnant,
First and foremost,
and she said she was 8.
first and foremost, why does a 7-year or 8-year-old have an Instagram?
That's the biggest.
That's the
Let's
biggest
start
thing.
there.
Yeah.
There's no way my daughter, my son, none of them is having an Instagram at 7 to 8 years old.
Like we talked about previously, like
Or a phone.
kid
or even a phone. Yeah.
No, my kids got phones though. I ain't gonna lie.
I mean,
I ain't let my kids get phones till they was at least 10.
I mean, in the
I feel like the
era-
phone is to your discretion, right?
Right.
Because where they go to school at, like
That's
they,
my
they
thing.
might just
Yeah.
need
That's
the phone.
my thing. My kids travel.
So I'm
a while
not
to go to
too
school,
mad
right?
at the phone.
And they on a cheese bus.
I was
So
about to
it's
say,
like, yeah,
my son get like a cab to school. Like
yeah.
the school got a cab, so yeah, he need the phone. But
There's no parental guidelines for Instagram.
right,
So that's the thing. I think it's a difference between a phone, because a phone could be,
A tool.
yeah, and you know it could be an asset, but at the same time, what does that have to do with social media?
right. There's no way. That's what we should start off at. Like she shouldn't have had no Instagram anyway. But besides that, now you got the Instagram, and this is what you open the door to. Like
How much is like? I mean, I know like the obvious is the finger at him. Everybody obviously point the finger at him. Like he's definitely wrong. But how much like accountability and like, cause I know me, I would take like a lot of accountability. Like, damn, I've been slacking on like what's important as far as how my kids, like how this go on that long. Cause it was a night, like it was about 4 pages of screenshots, like screenshots of
Granted, you only see one timestamp, so it could have been throughout the day. So, all right, maybe.
at one point is like when I get to my grandma's house
yeah,
and I'm with my mom today, and it was like, oh, I'll call you tomorrow. Things of that
Oh,
nature
so it
that
was a
kind of
couple
dated
days,
it.
yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
dated it like it was been going on for a couple days.
Okay.
So that's what I didn't like. And then, like we talk heavy about like the kid appropriation, like the language that an 8-year-old was using. Like a lot of people hit me when I was talking about it. And was like, yo, they was under the impression that maybe she was like acting like the little girl and like playing it
Yeah, that's
to
what
get
I
the
heard.
guy to
Right.
like to do it. But like some of the conversation was crazy. I'm like, is that little girl saying that? Like,
Or is that her?
yeah.
I think, from what I gathered from it, because I don't. If it was a couple days, like what you saying, and just the language that was used back and forth, I don't feel like it was Jen using that.
Yeah.
Like talking to him, trying to make it like,
I
because
don't
then
think it
then
was
why
either.
go on live?
yeah. I don't think it was either. I think that was like the like you know.
And then you dealing with such personal matters about your daughter on social media
Right.
in the group live. I don't understand that.
I mean,
But then you blaming, because I seen some of the story, you blaming Special Victims Unit for not doing this, not doing their job. You weren't doing your fucking job as a parent.
oh yeah, that's where it started. Start at home. If you ain't doing your job, how you expect somebody else to do
See,
your job for you?
It's a real lack in accountability for a lot of parents these days.
Yeah.
Especially for these social media famous parents
Right.
that just want content. And I feel like,
That became a, like, I want justice, but I want content too.
right.
And I think like floating that line is like, all right, Because I would never like leak out those messages
Right.
on the simple strength that I look kind of like crazy for letting my daughter even talk like that.
Right.
That goes back to what we said earlier. It's a viral world. Like
Yeah.
clearly, she did that for
content.
attention.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I'm against it all. But for him though, he need to be dealt with.
And it's not gonna happen.
He need to be dealt with.
It's not gonna happen. How many times have we seen where we used to work at,
Right.
and you seen rapists and everybody else walk general population free, but you know they get the rats though.
Yeah.
How about that? It's this dude there now that's a known rapist, and they got him outside as a worker. They say he every time he go clean the bathroom after a female go use the bathroom, he go smell the bathroom.
Yeah. I just don't get
They
that.
let him live.
I don't like. Somebody told me this too, and I never like really thought about it until like when they closed down like all these like asylums and stuff like that for people. You really don't have no place for people who just can't operate in society other than like jail. But that shit not for people like that. Like, you know what I mean? Like you sick. Like some of the things you saying to a kid, and then from my understanding, he's not that old himself. So.
But is that a mental thing? That's a mental thing.
Yeah, something happened. Something
Something gotta
happened.
be wrong
Something unwired that you can look at a child like and see something sexual like that, or something happened in your past. Like
Because
and-
I think she said later on, because of the video, like 15 other parents came out and said that he was in the DMs of their kids too.
That's disgusting, man.
yeah, like,
Disgusting.
but
He need to be dealt with.
And by no means am I trying to like victim shame by like saying
Not
like,
at all.
it's just her fault. You did some fucked up shit as a parent. Like you fucked up. Like it is what it is.
right.
You know what I mean? You didn't take it. You weren't doing your due diligence. You're not taking accountability for it. And then I feel like you're using this experience
Go ahead.
as an opportunity. So
And
whatever.
then it's like for people, you know, people try to create the page for their kids because their kids adorable and they trying to like, you know, do the whole modeling thing. That's all fine and dandy, but a 7-year-old shouldn't be like. Because I got a friend who, and I just think about this now. Her daughter went viral for a picture of her hair, and her hair is like super long. And like Beyonce followed her and liked the picture. She made like a CNN article and all that. And from there, she made her daughter a page. Now her daughter was like probably 5 at the time this happened, but she always had the main control over there, and she controlled the content. And it's like some things you can't do because there's creepy people out here. Like
At the end of the day,
your
though-
daughter shouldn't be sucking a popsicle on the picture,
right.
Even because your page public because how people view it.
But the thing is, you know how many times, like, you know how many times people told me, "Oh, yo, your kid should model. You should make a page for your kids. Your kids are beautiful."
Yeah,
I'm not making no pages. Like,
Yeah, exactly.
I can control what I put out there. I can't control who use it though.
right.
I remember it was a video on TikTok. It was a picture of this woman noticed there was a picture of her daughter, eating like a popsicle or
And it got like
lollipop.
all these likes,
And it got all these likes, and then she started noticing that the more pictures of her daughters, it was a bunch of like men. It was like circulating.
That goes
And
to
they-
show you how much it's a lot of sick motherfuckers out
They
here.
they communicate like for example for guys, and like, you know, you see a picture of a chick that look good,
Right.
you send it to a group,
Right.
like, you know what I mean,
Right.
I'm pretty
I'm
sure
sure they
that's
have a
same
community
sick,
too,
yeah, they doing same sick things like that because that's how like small views turn to like, you know, it amplifies because so many people like, you know, spreading it on. It's like a real dark community, and it's a space for anything. Like with the internet, you like it's a space for anything.
Any
How
type
people,
of-
yeah. Like when you talking about people who can look up on YouTube and build a bomb, you think it ain't like weird people finding ways to, you know, do crazy things. So like,
And then you had people that was trying to like add that like people that like that have that fetish, I guess they were trying to actually make it a part of like the LGBTQ community somehow.
Yeah,
Like they
like
were trying to. I don't think they actually did it, so I'm not trying
well,
to
in,
like.
in Europe they trying to like acknowledge it as like
Well, I heard it's really
like
big in like Greece.
a disorder almost, or
It's a disorder, yeah.
like a pedophilia, like it's a problem.
Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah. But they said it's like really prominent in Greece.
Pedophilia.
I mean, I think it is fucking disorder, but it ain't it ain't with the kids. I think it's some people just like messed up in the head.
Drop a bomb on Greece.
Yeah.
Drop a bomb on Ukraine. Drop a bomb on Greece.
Yeah, exactly.
Wherever the fuck they come from, I choose violence.
But even like you said, for people who like who look at it like, yo, you know,
Gotta
my
go.
kid a model, my kid or whatever like that, like you should be in control of that content. There's no way in the world
Right.
that somebody has access to you to DM your child,
Right.
like a message, like, you know what I mean, like how you getting DMs, like.
Right.
And if you're not on that wave and you just an ordinary person, everything ain't for you for your kids. Like, if your kids see you drinking, they want to try that, you gonna let them give them a drink too?
But I feel like
you know,
I feel like she probably made the page just as an extension of like her popularity. You know what I mean? Like, look at me, like I'm an Instagram celebrity. My kid gonna be an Instagram celebrity too.
yeah. But why is the kid in control of that page? Like,
Right.
I understand
Nah,
that
yeah,
obvious.
absolutely.
Like, hey, because it's like it's people who profit off it. Like, I remember it was these twin little girls that had like blue eyes or something from the city, and they did a lot of promos, and it was like it was a revenue avenue.
Yeah.
They was able to promote a lot of things and they pictures and all that. And all right, I understand that, but who's control of this content? Like, who's available? Who am I talking to? Like, it's no way in the world you should be able to have a conversation on a business if it's a business on a business page with an 8-year-old little girl. Like, yeah.
I don't know.
That
Man. I
shit was
can't.
ridiculous.
I can't do that. I feel like it's kind of like pimping my kids out. I feel like Joe Jackson.
And then
I can't.
yeah, that's
Well,
the
she
thing.
do
That's
she
the
do
thing
do a
too.
lot of things with her kids. Like she do like all her lives. A lot of her lives be with the kids too. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I guess she
That's always a fine line
they
with
got
me
their
too.
own popularity.
With me just being like I don't know, like you, who you give. That's why I like who you give access to, because like
Right.
I like to share pictures of my daughter because I like to show people. You know, I trophy my kids, and I like to show people that my friends, like how my daughter's acting.
Yeah.
But it's always a line with that, because like some things I be like, damn, this like
Yeah, the
and you don't,
second guess people,
you don't know how people think. You know people surfacely, and like you think that all your followers, you have a great a great rapport. Because I try to like follow people I actually know,
Right.
but even that, you don't know them that much either. So it's like you kind of, especially, and I think it sucks to be that way, but especially with our daughters. Like when you talking about daughters and girls, like I think. Like you sharing your picture of your son, I don't think it's it might be a rare occasion, but I don't think it's no 30-year-old woman taking a screenshot of your son in ball shorts.
I ain't gonna hold you. I don't put nothing past nobody.
Yeah, I understand
Nowadays.
that. I understand that
Yeah.
either, but if it's gonna be sexualized, it's definitely gonna be little girls, like most of the time.
I remember even like with the same like I remember I was at the pool one day with my daughter, and it was this lady that just kept complimenting my daughter. And one time it's cool, thank you. I mean, but you continuously like
And that
compliment
shit
my
start
daughter.
feeling
Now I'm
weird,
just like,
man.
all right, like
Yeah.
what she went to, like. So
Then it's double standard to that, because you can see my son and be like, oh, he's a strong boy, and you might not think nothing of it like that. You know what I mean? Especially coming from a female. But the other end of it, like if a guy says something like that to your daughter, you be looking crazy, like
Right.
So it's. I think people just like people sick. That's the world in general. So you gotta watch, be like cognizant of everything that goes on.
yeah, you gotta second guess what you put on social media.
Sick world, and social media brings them all out. Like
We just too loose nowadays.
Yeah.
Not us. I mean, not me.
Yeah.
I think everybody for
Yeah.
a matter of fact is just pretty much loose with how they deal with their kids right now. So tighten up.
tighten up, please.
Exactly. Well,
And somebody handle that dude.
yo, I had a homie that was this crazy. I had to check my homie, right, because he was following Bull, right. So he wasn't like following him. So
Like a ghost follower.
No. This. I'm gonna ask you the story because I was right at him, like, yo. I was like, because I just like right before we do the episode, I do like my research or whatever. So I'm like, let me look up this and me look up the page and all that.
I'm about to look at the page.
So I'm looking on him, right, and I'm like, I check my man, I'm like, yo, why you following me, man? He told me, no, I just wanted to see, like, I was doing my dirt, and I knew he was going like private his page, and then eventually you wasn't gonna be able to like see the page, like you know what I mean.
Did he
Eventually
private
was
it?
going. He
No,
never
it's still-
did.
it's still public.
It's still public. But it was like if you didn't follow, then eventually he was gonna private, and then you wasn't gonna be able to see what was going on.
That was his excuse.
I was like, yo, I need an explanation right now. Like, what's going on? Yeah.
But you know what? You should have been like that though.
Yeah,
should
but that's
be.
what it is. That's what it is. Because even if it's that, like, Like, no, that ain't cool. Like, you know what I mean? If I don't think it's not cool, I won't. It's not cool.
You gotta be verbal about it. Yeah.
I definitely check the page, make sure he wasn't following my fucking door.
I just
on my knees.
You know, nobody. Yeah. 7,000 fucking kids though.
That's sick. He said something about like what his job is or something.
My thing is with that, like, I think people like
get that nigga.
And then we gotta be like, we gotta hold our peoples accountable.
Absolutely.
Like somebody that his cousin or somebody that's his brother, his nephew, his cousin or something like and it's like that shit don't add up. Like
somebody was defending him though.
That's what I'm saying. Somebody's supposed to check him. Like
that.
Like no, with that sick. Sicky Minaj. Like somebody's supposed to check him.
Yeah, all that to say, you know what I mean, let's tighten up. Watch it. If your kids got social media, look at their social media.
I'm gonna say, if you do get them social media, just check it. Make sure shit like that ain't happening.
That's the one thing she did do right. I will say that.
Shout out to you for that.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. And this go back to what you were saying, like Mental Health Monday and stuff like that, controlling your algorithm. I feel like she might have seen a video like, yo, you know what? Let me go check. Like, there's a reason that something like that drew her to go to check that and stuff like that. And that's the thing. Like, as far as your content that you intake, like, social media can be a valuable tool. Absolutely. Like YouTube University and all that. But if you only take in garbage and gossip and drama, then what are you using it for? Like, you know what I mean? Like, so watch the stuff you do take in. And what I was saying, I'm kind of losing my train of thought. About just in kids in general. Like, I tell people this all the time. Like, kids don't have that long a time of being kids. Allow these kids to be kids. Stop trying to dress your kid up like Little Baby and trying to dress them up like the rappers, even on Halloween. That kills me. You dressing your... Go ahead.
Even the kid proms. I feel like I spoke about this before.
Yeah, you say you don't
I don't
like
the kid proms. Yeah. Like,
yeah.
Don't do that.
That kind of still a thunder.
You must really don't like it because
you always bring it
up. I don't. I mean, look, I don't.
What gets me, like, your son want to be a Power Ranger for Halloween, but you dressing him up as Craig and Day-Day. He don't know who that is. Like, stop doing stuff like that to your kids because you want to create the viral moment.
You want to go viral.
That's like, you dress up as Craig and Day-Day. Like, you know what I mean? Stop robbing your kids from that. Like, you putting your kids on all this designer and trying to dress them like adults. Like, no, let them be kids. Let them be kids. Because you get a small window. And to be honest with you, the window of being a kid is shrinking and shrinking more as we go. Because what we was doing at 12 and 13 is like nothing what kids was doing. We was still playing basketball and all of these kids, like... They wearing designer and getting all this extra stuff, and like we didn't even want to get a haircut. Like, our parents was making us go to get a haircut.
All this, like, well, NBA YoungBoy just broke some record, right? He just broke like Hov and Eminem's record, something like that.
Yeah,
I guess
it's all kids that listen to him.
Yeah, that bullshit.
I mean, they listen that are from the range from like 13 to like 21 or something like that. You feel me? So it's like it's not anybody older,
but like when you put it in like the totality of like the life expectancy, let's say we supposed to live to be 70, how many of those years are you kids?
Yeah,
it's very small.
Yeah,
right.
And then with the world being so like, you know, you so in tune to like information and stuff like that, it shrinks even smaller. Like, so let these kids be kids as long as they can. Like, why you want to like I got a cousin, like a little cousin, and she very like mature for her age, and it's like, my kids be simple about things, and I like that shit. Like, I want you to be as simple and innocent about things as possible. Like, you know what I mean?
Like, my daughter's not too far from the age that she is. She's 6.5. She turned 7 in December.
Right.
She's still playing with Elsa dolls and dresses and
exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like, still watching Disney movies. That's what she asked for. She don't ask for no like, she don't even know what the fuck Instagram is.
Right. When I was younger, we used to get beat for they used to call it being fresh.
Yeah,
like
being fresh.
Now that shit is cute. Like, look at her doing it like that.
Yeah, like that.
I gotta tighten up.
But too many of y'all want y'all kids to be. Remember the girl Lala? She got the Disney show now. She used to do all the rapping in the car.
Oh yeah,
with all the money and shit like that. Not this. I mean, whatever. She wasn't cursing or nothing like that, but like, they taking it a step forward with that shit. Like, y'all want y'all kids to be these Instagram famous kids.
I hate when I gotta, and school's the worst thing too. Like, I hate when my kids come home and I gotta explain something that's not for them to them because somebody else let their kids do. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? So it's like, it's just like stuff like that. Like, yeah, I probably shield you from that, but somebody else kid probably smoking hookah and whatever in front of their kid. Now I gotta explain what a hookah is. Like, you know what I mean? So yeah,
something like that.
Yeah, exactly. Like, so it's just like your kids don't get a chance to be kids that long. Let them be kids as long as they want. Like, don't rob nobody of they innocent.
Right.
Especially when it's like that shit happened to you. Like, oh, I'm gonna make my kids grow up fast because I had to grow up fast.
Right.
Well, that's not the purpose of being a parent. Like, your parenting is you're supposed to make your kids' life easier than yours, not just as hard because you're trying to set an example or you're trying to prove a point. What is the point you trying to prove if you making your kids' life as hard as yours?
Right.
That your shit suck and they shit suck. Like, I don't get it. I don't get that at all. That shit really burns me up to like seeing people like really trying to like rush their kids or trying to make their kids their best friend. Like, no, that's your fucking
that's
kid.
your kid.
That's your kid.
It's your kid, not your best friend, not the person you confide in and things like that. No, that's your kid.
Right.
Keep your adult shit to yourself and
Find some adult
Find
friends.
some I'm about to say the same shit.
Exactly.
Find you some adult friends.
And then you
There's a
think,
few of 'em out there.
and then they like, oh, I'm burnt out. I don't have no more friends. Like, yeah, we see why. So you gonna burn your daughter out or your son out, and then like,
Cause you ain't got no friends. Yeah. That's some shit. Yeah.
they be the ones that be they. Bitch, your daughter calling you a bitch and stuff like that. Like,
and even in the live, like you heard her daughter in the background.
yeah,
You dealing with adult things with you in front of your kids.
yeah,
Not that she wasn't already exposed.
that's another thing too.
But
That's
it's like
that's another thing too. Like, kids are sponges at that age, so you might not be directly
picking up
teaching them
everything.
things, but they picking up stuff.
Yeah.
I want the hookah too. Like, so like, you know what I mean? That was the thing too. When your kids, like, you would tell your kids like when we was growing up, being fresh and stuff like that, because a lot of that stuff you didn't teach them, but they saw you and they mimicked it. Yeah, so
But
it was
then
like,
you would check it right
you would
away.
check that right away. Yeah.
Now they ain't checking it.
A lot of y'all dudes was wearing y'all mom heels.
Yeah.
Like, somebody should have checked R. Kelly when he was eating that lipstick off the coffee cup. Remember, he used to turn it around.
Yeah, he did say some crazy
yeah,
shit
he
like
did
that.
say that in the
She was
documentary.
you being
Yeah,
fresh.
yeah,
He said he was in love with his mom and some shit.
She would drink from the coffee and leave the lipstick
yeah.
around there. He'd be
And
like,
he
I
loved
always
drinking.
turned it from outside. Yeah.
Crazy.
Robert, you being an ass.
Yeah, they should have. Somebody should have been checking
Yeah,
Robert
that's
when
what
he
I'm saying.
was young,
Stuff like
for
that.
sure.
Yeah.
They let that shit. Oh, he
For all-
just
for all we
funny,
know.
ain't
He just another Robert Kelly.
Yeah.
he?
That's
Get that
crazy.
nigga. Somebody get that.
Bonaparte.
Born part. Find him. Get him.
I think. Well, I did think I seen something he got booked. Not
He got
sure.
booked?
I think. I don't know.
But the whole
wasn't-
conversation kind of changed because like that when people was exposed for stuff like that, they ran and hiding. Now it's like you just living amongst people. Like, it ain't no problem.
He
Like,
hopped on the
yeah.
live.
Hold
The
on, my
fact that
mom
he-
calling me.
The fact that he had the audacity to even hop on the live and say, "Hold on, I'm gonna hop back on this joint." My mom calling me.
They said, is this you and your birthday? He looked in closer. Yeah, that's me.
That's me.
I think somebody was saying that what happened was he was on there at first, like trying to help her find the person who it was, and then somebody had peeped that it was him.
That's the
and
worst,
put him back up
bro.
there.
That's the worst
then
feeling,
she
bro.
went
When
off on
somebody trying like that's like when this is like a little off topic, but somebody steal from you and help you. They in the house helping you look for it too.
That's what I heard, man.
You
I'm
ever
not
see
sure.
somebody that
Y'all
you ever
correct me
be
if I'm
there-
wrong.
You ever be in the crib and like somebody stole something but you don't know who it is?
Yeah, I don't know where. I
It's
don't
the
know.
mo- it's
You
the
look under
motherfucker-
there?
Yeah, it's the motherfucker who always like this.
whole
It's
time you
always
got-
them. It's always the one like, damn, you checking everything. They in the
Whole
joint
time.
like this. Look at they in there like this.
What time you
They
got?
got their shoe off and all. Like,
What time you gotta check their pocket?
All the time it was him, man.
you can check me. I ain't got.
I ain't do this shit. I ain't do this shit.
It's always the one that be like, you can check me.
Hit him with the scoop.
Black people crazy, bro. Black people help you find something that they
You
stole
ain't check
from
under
you.
there. You ain't check. I'm telling you, it might be under there.
Yeah.
Whole time you got the
Helping you find something that they stole from you is a crazy joy. That's a crazy joy. You mentally ill if you help people look under there. Come on, I'm gonna help you lift the sofa up because it gotta be under there. Like, that's mentally ill, man.
Boy did that the other day. The job on the crazy block. He was the mental health lady was doing the the little program,
Yeah,
little
yeah.
school joint shit. He took the shorty pen and shit. So she like, damn, like I'm missing my pen or whatever. He screamed, who got a pen? Who ain't got a pen? He screaming the whole block. Y'all some dirty motherfuckers who stealing this lady's pen.
That's crazy.
The
People
fucking
like
block
that.
rep pulled him to the side, like, yo, get it. He had the pen the whole time, bro. Crazy ass bull.
Dirty people still. Only dirty people still
Yeah,
had
y'all
your shit
nutty
right
for
in your
stealing that lady
pocket.
pen.
That's their favorite. That's their favorite joint
Yeah.
too. I'm like, you think I'm dirty? You think I'm broke? I ain't got to tell you this.
That's what he was saying. I got my own pen. Like,
They'll convince you that you crazy for blame. I can't say he got it. He helped me look for it. Like,
that nigga can't.
yeah, he can't help it. He lift up the sofa with me. Yeah. He the only one grabbed the other the sofa. It can't be him. Yo, ain't nobody leave until we find that shit. The whole time is in his tube side, bro.
That's funny that you said that.
But this what? What episode is this, man?
Was it episode
15,
15?
15.
I'm fine. That's my favorite number, by the way.
16 maybe?
Yeah.
15, bro.
Why
Is
15?
it 15? All right.
15, Magic Johnson Olympic number.
All right.
And my
Always
birthday,
come back
February
this-
15.
Episode 15. We got.
Oh, he's come back to this 15. Bro. Just
That's
say
the
your
dick
birthday,
we
bro.
on, man.
Just say your birthday. You
I
ain't
said
gotta
what
keep
I
talking
said,
about
bro.
Irvin,
Magic
Irvin
Johnson Olympic number was 15, and it's my birthday.
So why would
man.
you like a number that he only wore twice in his career?
Hold on. So this is Jordan Dream Team, Magic
Dream
Johnson?
Team?
That
It's the dick we out, bro.
don't you cheat me now. Don't you cheat me now.